To start off, the first thing you need are some pieces of wood. Mark the center where I want to drill with a nail. Next, you want to clamp one of the thin pieces to your work surface, and then you're ready to drill your hole. You want to make sure you go all the way through, and then the moment of truth, you have a nice circle. Again in this other piece, but we're not going to drill all the way through. Just enough for the test tube to catch. For the next part, I measured and cut 2 strips of edging. So essentially, you take the piece of wood edging that you just cut and you line it up to one edge of your thicker wood pieces so that there's enough room for your thinner pieces on either side. So once you know that you've got it lined up properly, you just take your iron and you heat up the edging. It's a bit hot, so you want to use a piece of wood to kind of make sure that the glue adheres really well to the piece of wood. Then I can just take the iron and then heat up the glue on the sides again. And then you take your pieces and then you just put them in place. Just like that, these two are attached together. You repeat the same process with the other piece of wood. You want to make sure that everything is glued really well together, just like that. So once you have all the edges cleaned off, I like to then take some sandpaper to smooth everything out. You want to position it so that the center here is with the center of the board. You want to clamp this. Before putting in the dowels, I do like to add a little bit of glue and then spreading it around to the sides with a toothpick. You don't want to put too much glue because it's just going to spill out and make a mess. Before putting in the dowels, I did sand down one end so that they would sit flush with the top. And then you just sand the top. It's ready for the test tube, just like this. Now this is just for one, but I made one earlier with 3, which I think is really cute as well. And over time, you get the stems that produce roots, and you can then plant these and you'll have more plants. Now you can put a little picture frame hanger here to hang it, or you can just have it sit like this on a desk. I used 3/4 of an inch thick and 3/8 of an inch thick, 2-inch wide pine boards. Of course, using a miter saw to cut them would have given me cleaner 90-degree cuts, but I still find that with a little practice, a hand saw can do a pretty good job too. So for this propagation station that I'm building today, the thinner pieces are 3 inches and 1/4 long, and these ones are 3 inches long. Hope you've enjoyed this little project, and I'll see you next time.